Hello, all, and welcome to another sector review. And as we like to say, sectors are for Sundays. So let's get into it. The new candles that'll be opening on Monday, 8/11, will be, of course, the day, 2 day, 3 day, 5 day, 6 day, 10 day, and the weekly candle. This past week was a very phenomenal week. If you were able to catch any plays to the upside or if you caught some quick downside, shout out to you. I did as well, so that's a good thing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these sectors, shall we? Let's start off with the bigs, because I don't want to forget it. So VIX on the daily, if you take a look, very, very bearish on the daily, and also the full-time frame continuity is to the downside. We are looking to, I'm looking to target to the 1458, 1460-ish area. I'm still wanting these sweeps. I still want this, and that's near the 1270 mark. But for right now, we're gonna go level to level, and the first one will be at 1458, and then if we lose 1428, yeah, we're taking these sweeps. Let's look at the 2 day. 2 day. Bearish, no wick on the ends at all. 3 day, same. 5 day, same. 6 day closed as an inside bearish 6 day. So if you know the strat and you know how to play inside candles, I've taught this in a few sectors previous to this. You know to mark your high and mark your low of your inside candle, and you will take the break. Like I said, I'm targeting the downside on the VIX. 10 day closed as a 3-1, so we're potentially looking for a 3-1-2 down. And the weekly closed as a 3-1 as well, looking for a 3-1-2 down. Okay, so let's go ahead with XME. XME on the daily closed as a shooter at the top of the Broadening formation. I did not draw my Broadening formation. I kind of wanted to wait on you guys. So we are at the top of a Broadening formation. I'm going to try your bottom. So here's your Broadening formation, your daily Broadening formation for XME. This is your metals and mining. We are a shooter at the top of the broadening. We have a gap to the downside that we could potentially fill. Although our time frame continuity is full time, we could dip back in, clean up that gap, and head for the upside. The 2 day closed as a bullish 2-2 continuation on the 2 day, 3 day as well, 5 day. 2-2 rev. 6 day closed as a 2-1-3, so you could potentially look for the 3-2 continuation on the 6 day. 10 day closed as an outside hammer, touching both sides of the broadening that I just drew. So we took out both sides of the broadening, and then it pushed back up and closed as a hammer here. So you could take the top of this candle, which is at, what we got, 80.39. Oh, well, I'll just mark it. We're not gonna guess. Yep, 80.39. That could be your entry if you want to be a 10 day participant. And For the weekly, we close as a 2-2 rev. So I am still bullish on XME going into this week. XLY. XLY on the daily closed as an inside. I'm gonna call this, would we call this an inverted hammer or a shooter? So it's inside. I'll tell you that. So you know what to do. You mark both sides. And if you want to take the inside, if you want to take this as your actionable signal, you know what to do. We'll take the break. We want to break the previous day high at 225 and take it to 227.34. Or if we see some bearishness for XLY, we will take this break and we would target 221.51, which would be previous day low. Let's see. I ain't gonna tell you what I am yet. Let's just go through the time frames first. We close as a dragonfly doji on the 2-day. We found some support at 221 and brought it back up. So I would be targeting 227, me personally. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. So there's a 2-2 rev on the 3-day. It closed as a pretty strong candle with a little bit of wick on it. The 5-day, there's a 3-1 on the 5-day. You can take, I just moved this one up. You can take the inside. 225.03 is your entry, or 217.06, and target whichever side it decides to break. The 6-day closed as a failed to down. It failed to stay down and closed as a bullish candle. The 10-day closed as it's bearish, but this is pretty bullish. Price was brought all the way up, and like I said in the previous video, what would price have done if time hadn't ran out? If we just moving up, and then the shot clock hits 00, where this is where we stop. If we had time on the clock still, what would this candle would have potentially done? So although this is a red candle, this is bullish to me. You could take the top of this candle for your entry on the 10-day, which will be at 227.41, and you could take it to all-time highs at 240. The weekly closed as in 3-1 inside week. The continuity it's showing bullish inside, but we could potentially just kind of compress for a little bit. A couple of XLY names had a phenomenal Friday last week, so I'm bullish on it. XLV on the daily. So y'all know this is my little kryptonite. I don't fool with. If you've been following me for the last couple of, sector reviews, I always got something bad to say about XLV, man. I just can't never get on the right side of it. But anyway, we finally hit that 127 mark that I was aiming for 2 weeks ago. We finally got that, and we found some support off of that. We swept some of the lows that I marked. The end will be 127.33. We got to 127.96. So okay, and then price was brought back up. So now we're back within. It closed back within my broadening formation. If you can see here, the orange dotted lines. We're back within the broadening formation, and now we're back above previous month's low, previous week's low and just shy of previous day's high. That's a lot, huh? Run that back if you need to. On the 2-day, we closed as a hammer at the bottom of the broad formation. So it looks a little. I know we looking at red candles, but where XLV is sitting, I'm looking for. This may be the start of a turnaround for it to become bullish. Let's see, 5-day. Yeah, see, we wicking off the bottom. I know these candles look ugly. Hey, I know. The safe spot for me personally, because it is XLV and we are looking weaker on the higher time frames, and the daily could just be a retracement to come back down, or it could be the start of it becoming bullish. For me, I wouldn't feel, if you want to play the upside, if you're waiting for the upside, I wouldn't particularly be bullish until we get above, or if we start tapping the 133.12. We closed at 130.16, so I would definitely wait till we get to at least 50% of this week that just closed. Okay. XLU on the daily close as a fail to up. It swept this previous day and came back within the range. The 2-day closed as a fail to down, so we kind of got some conflict right there within the daily and the 2-day. One closed as a fail to up, and then the next one closed as a fail to down. So we don't have 4 days not open. 5-day close as a 3-2 continuation. Well, this is an indecision candle, as what we like to call a doji. So one or two things could be happening here. We could be getting ready to exhaust after this nice run up, or this could potentially be just a pause in price and then go back up. Those are the two scenarios: the run up and we can get ready to start falling, or this is just a pause and we're going to continue to go up. XLU has been on a tear, as you can see. So the 6-day close is a 212. We have found some resistance here at 87.67. Don't forget that XLU is at all-time high, so at any given moment, it can decide that it's tired and it needs to pull back, and that's okay. The 10-day is, look at this, man. XLU has been going crazy. 10-day, of course, closed as a 2-2 continuation. And just as the 5-day, the weekly close as a 3-2 doji as well. And as you can see, we wicked pretty significant wick here. We had a heavy rejection, and if let me see, we closed just below previous day high. Yeah, I have it marked. We closed just below previous week. We closed just below previous week high. I marked it here, and what we don't want to lose is previous month's high, even though we're still in the month of August. We don't want to lose this, because if we got this rejection here and then we continue to start losing more of this, then yeah, XLU is coming down, at least for some more pullback. So I'm actually still bullish on this. The day and the weekly are red for the time frame continuity, where the quarter, and the year are still bullish. So we'll just keep an eye on XLU to see what they want to do. XLRE real estate. Ugh, this is another one I just can't stand. XLU, we have a bearish time frame continuity. The daily close as an outside bearish candle. The 2-day closed as a red 2-2 rev on the 2-day with very little wick. So we could come and push down and catch 41.16 or 41.04, which would be previous week's low. As well on the 3-day, we got a 2-2 rev to the downside. We have an inside 5-day that closed very bearish. Let me see if I remove this, you can see, remove that joint, it's a shooter. So it's an inside shooter. So this is very bearish. You know what to do. Take both sides, catch that break. I'm looking for it to, honestly, if we don't find if we don't find support at 40.80, I am looking for real estate to come take out these lows right here. Come sweep these. And that will, the low of that will be the low 40s at 40.25. So approximately another dollar. It closed at 41.25. So that's not, that's reasonable. On the 6-day, closed as another 2-2 rev to the downside. The 10-day, same. And the weekly closed as that same 2-1 shooter and bearish shooter. So again, I'm looking for real estate to come sweep these lows if we can't hold this 41. Time frame continuity is mainly bearish. If I didn't already say it, I feel like I did. Okay, so XHB, which is home builders, my bad. We closed as an inside doji on the daily. To continuation on the 2-day. I have this mark. If you can see this, there is a fair value gap. Is it? No, it's hot. There's a fair value gap, and here's 50% of the fair value gap. This dotted line where it almost reached. So I'm going to say this is what it's rejecting. And we also on the 2-day closed below previous month's high at 108.25, and we're closed at 108.15. Remember, the month is still open, but we're rejecting here on home builders. The 3 days, 3-2 continuation with this week. Two continuation on the 5-day, the 6-day. This did catch my eye. This 313 on the 6th day. So I would, if you want to mark this, it doesn't. Yeah, if you want to mark this, or if you want to wait until we get to 50% of this fair value gap and see if we can get a strong close above it, then that will be my entry for calls and take it to 120. There, of course, there's some price targets in between them, because we still have the price target of 111, 113, and 115 that I have marked from last week. So you take 50 if you want to wait until we get 50% of this fair value gap at 110.16 and have a close above it, then that would be great for calls. On the 10-day, we close as a bullish hammer on the 10-day, and on the weekly, we close as a 2-1-2 continuation on the weekly. The time frame continuity is full-time bullish, so yeah, you're still bullish on XLB. This could be a nice little pull. This could be a potential pullback, but you know what to do. You want to take it on the daily at 108.81 and target that 50% of that fair value gap. Or if you have some, if you want some more, if you get it outdated, further out time, that would be great. You can take it to those price targets that we mentioned a few minutes ago. XLP. XLP gave us a time this week. Very confused, but it showed out, and we are literally still in this. I know we bullish, but and we made some progress. But if I slide this compression over, guess what? We still in it. We tapped the tippy top of it. If you can see that there, we tapped the tippy top of it and closed as a shooter on the day, bro. XLP does what it wants to do. Full time frame continuity is bullish. Let's look at the 2-day. 2-day, 2-2 continuation. There are some equal highs here, and that's where we rejected. So if we can get back above those, XLP looks finally looks promising to tap 84.34. But I've been noticing for weeks that 82.82 has been a problem for XLP. It's been like that for a minute. 3-day closed as a 213, a very strong 3-day. 5-day closed as a 2-2 rev on the 5-day. 6-day also a 2-2 rev. 10-day closed as an outside hammer on the 10-day. This is very promising. This looks good. I know it. So maybe XLP will finally give us that pop out of this compression. We might finally get up out of there. On the weekly close as a strong 2-2 rev to the upside. So like I say, if we can get up out this box, hey, XLP might finally get to that 84.35 area. And then possibly 84.50s. XLK. XLK on the daily closed is an inside daily candle, so you know what to do with that. The 2-day, look at this. The 2-day, this is good. We found support at 261.08 and just kept going up until the clock ran out and we ain't had no more time. And if we would have had some more time, what would you think XLK would have done? Probably kept going to the top of this broadening formation. So that's what I'm aiming for next week for XLK for technology. Is actually the 268.01, which is previous month's high, and also this past week's high as well. But like I say, I'm aiming for the top of this weekly broadening formation. We got a 2-2 rev on the 3-day, strong bullish candle. A 1-3 on the 5-day. I noticed a lot of these tickers have a lot of 1-3 candles on the hybrid time frame. Close as it fell down. We failed to stay down. We started off and we pushed up and we closed the 6-day, a very strong bullish candle on the 6-day. 10-day, 2-2 rev on the 10-day. And the weekly, see, there go another one. 3-1 on the weekly. So I am bullish on XLK to take the top of the broad information and beyond. XLY. XLY is still inside this broadening formation, and time frame continuity is also telling us that because inside. And you can also see if I decide to draw this out. Let me see. See the compression? So we've been compressing actually inside of this gap. So if I turn off my indicators, maybe you can see a little better. So yeah, we've been just compressing inside this gap for XLI. So what we would want is for it to break either side of this compression and take out these highs up here, which was previous month high at 155. Also, they coincide with previous week high. The two-day closed as a fail to down. No, I'm sorry, it's a fail to up. It closed as a fail to up, but it also hammered on the 2-day. So we found some support. 3-day closed as a bullish doji. So if you remember me saying a doji is a pause, is an indecision, and or a pause. So we can just be pausing here and then continue to go up, or now we can be getting ready to come down. My bias is to the upside. Oh, there go another 3-1. 3-1 on the 5-day. I actually would like. I would take calls above 150-164. I wouldn't touch it until I start seeing a bullish displacement above 150-164. I like that. 6-day close. Let me move this box. I'm gonna just delete it. 6-day close. It took with the bottom of the broadening formation and found its way back up. So we like that. Like I said, this could be potentially the start of an upside movement from the bottom of the broadening formation. The 10-day closed as a bearish outside 10-day candle, but like I say, it took out both sides of the range. So let's see what XLU wants to do. Oh, and another 3-1. So yeah. XLF. XLF on the daily closed as a look, a 1-3, the inside, and we are currently inside of a gap here as well. If you close it, we're inside of this gap. So what we want, what I want the gap fill. If XLF decides to come out of this, because we're in the range here, we've been kind of ranging. You can just see it on the daily. If we decide to come up out of this range, I would like XLF to the upside. If you zoom out and look at my broadening formations, we're in a range within a range with XLF. So some of these candles kind of look iffy. They look like they can go either way. Because if you look at the rejection, this rejection here, the demand was here. So we closed as an outside hammer on the 2-day. The 3-day, there goes some more indecision on the 2-day. On the 3-day. 2-1 on the 5-day. We're inside this mother bar candle that took out the previous 5-day candle that took out both sides of my broad information. So we just kind of inside. 6-day, 2-2 rev. 10-day, bearish 10-day. In the weekly, the 2-1 on the weekly. So what I would like to see, a strong close of a 52.25, which would be here. Yeah, 52.25 for us to remain bullish. Or for me to start being like for sure bullish on it. Like I say, if you can see, we're inside this broad information. So give XLF some grace. We're gonna give it some time. XLE. This is another one that I don't fool with. This is XLE and XLV. Them the ones I just don't. I do them for y'all. I do them for y'all. On the daily, XLE on the alien is our energy sector, and there's a 2-1. We're inside, so you know what to do with this. This is your actionable signal. You can take this. I am particularly bearish on this. If I have to pick a side, I want you to come take out these equal lows. There's also a gap here that it can also come and fill. I would like 83. Yeah, I would like for it to come hit lower ADR in the 83 range. Even 83.50s would be cool for me. We closed at 84.93. Time frame continuity. We're inside. We're inside bullish, but the time frame continuity is bearish. We got a 2-2 rev on the 2-day. 3-day. 2-2 continuation on the 3-day. 5-day. 2-2 rev on the 5-day down. 6-day. 2-2 rev down. 10-day. 3-1-3 on the 10-day, and it's bearish. So you see these wicks where price found, we got a couple of touches here. I'm thinking we lose this. We done touched it, we done tested it 3 times, and it hasn't really been a strong rejection. Like this would probably be the only one that was the strongest, but it came right back down and tested it again. So I'm thinking this time around we get below it. If we get below 84.35, we're coming to get these equal lows at 82.73 and possibly 81.65. That's the 10-day. In the weekly, to real, like I say, to the downside. XLC, low communications. XLC, our time frame continuity is inside. I can see it here. We've been compressing. If I draw our little box, our little infamous box that I like to draw for us. Pull it down. Here's your compression. Here's your compression on XLC. So we can start it here. Yeah. So we for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this past week, XLC was just ranging from 108.66 to 106. 106.81. Yeah, 106.81. So a $2 move back and forth for the last 5 days. And here, you can see it here. We hammered on the 2-day. We found, like I said, some support off that 106 I mentioned, and now we're back in the range as a hammer. Here go your inside. We're inside 3-day. You know what to do with that. Also inside 5-day. You know what to do with that. 2 days, a 2-2 rev as a hammer, as a fail 2 down. Nice rejection off this previous month though. Inside 10-day, as well as an inside, we close as an inside week. So, like I said, before I even went through it, I saw the compression. So, we want to see what side XLC wants to break. There's no reason why you can't play this $2 move. You can, but if you want to wait and let this break out, you know where your actionable signals are on mostly all the time frames, because it's inside. Okay, so XLB, we are 4 time frame continuity to the upside. We close the daily as a 2-2 rev to the upside. This is your material sectors. We were a fail 2 down on the 2-day. Look at that, finding that beautiful, beautiful rejection. You can mark the top of this, which will be at 88.64. And if you would like, take this to 50% of the previous month at 90.25. 3-day. The 3-day. You got your inside 3-day, you know what to do with that. Your actionable signal there. Your 5-day, same with your 5-day. We are inside this big old mother bar on the 5-day. So if you want to wait until we get halfway above this, then that wouldn't be a bad idea. At 89 even. 6-day. 6-day, we found some support down here. You can see we didn't get that sweep I wanted. That's okay. We didn't get that sweep, but that's okay. If XLB wants to go up from here, then that's cool. I kind of wanted that sweep though. The 10-day still looking bearish, so 9 times out of 10 we're gonna open inside on the 10-day. And the weekly is a 2-1 on the weekly. Like I say, you can know what to do with your actionable signal, and we are inside of this mother bar on the weekly. Like I say, full time frame continuity is to the upside, so we would like to see what XLB want to do. SMH. We are still inside this broadening formation. Yeah, I'm in my little trick. Seeing if you're having a hard time seeing inside of a range, or seeing if we're in a range, or seeing what the range is, change your candles to that line graph. It's okay. Change it right back. This is it right here. I can't keep that from y'all, because that's a game changer. The daily closed as a inside day. This is your semiconductors, by the way. The 2-day closed as a bullish hammer on the 2-day. I'm particularly aiming for the top of the broadening formation. And we also have previous month high at 297.38. 3-day close is a 2-2 rev on the 3-day. Nice bullish candle on the 3-day. 5-day, we are, there go another 3-1. Wait, can somebody tell me how many 3-1s we didn't We had several, but here's another one. Here on the 5 day, 6 day close is a 2-2 rev on the 6 day. A failed 2 down. 10 day closed as a bullish outside 2 day. We tapped both sides of the range and came back and closed bullish. So I'm looking for this to be a 3-2 continuation on the 10 day. And the weekly, boom, there go another one. The weekly close is a 3-1 on the weekly, bro. So I'm bullish on semiconductors. Q, shout out to the Qs. We are full-time frame continuity to the upside for the Qs. We closed very strong on the Qs. No wick at the top. We closed right at previous week and previous month's high at 574.63, closing at 574.55. So we wicked it and we just right back. Taking out this previous high. The 2-day close is a nice bullish hammer on the 2-day. 3-day, oh man, look at this 3-day, strong. Nice strong 2-2 real on the 3-day. 5-day, we got your 3-2 real on the 5-day. Oh, the 6-day, outside, strong outside candle. Same for the 10-day, so Qs is still looking strong, baby. There's no downside for me on this. Let's see what the weekly look like. 3-2 on the weekly. No week, nowhere in sight. So I am bullish on the Qs. In Q, which is our futures, close as a 2-2 continuation on the daily. We want to aim for 23.84.5 on the, which is your previous month's high as well as your previous week's high. We close as 23.713. Shout out to H Time. So we want to aim back for that. We did close above previous day high at 23.67.1, so that's a good sign that we will be continuing up. The 2-day, the 2-2 continuation on the 2-day. The 3-day, a 3-1-2 on the 3-day. We're looking for a 2-2 continuation to hit like I say, hit this previous month's high and possibly go ahead and blow through these Barnett formations. To be honest, 2-2 rev on the 5-day, nice. 3-1 on the 6-day. So here's your actionable signal on the 6-day. You can take that. 10-day, another 3-1 on the 10-day. Oh, I see you in Q getting juicy. Come on. Oh, and there go another 3-1. This is a bearish 3-1, but this count this one as well. So I'm very much bullish on the Qs. We had a phenomenal week this past week, so I'm looking for that continuation going into next week. ES is inside but bullish. Full-time frame continuity to the upside. We closed as a 2-1. We closed, unlike the Qs, we closed below previous day's high. So we didn't take out, we wicked it, but we didn't take out this high. So we closed under it. So, and ironically, this will be your actionable signal right here. That's your call entry for on the daily. The 2-day, 2-1 on the 2-day, looking for a 2-1-2 continuation. 3 days. we got a double inside 3-day. Where Rose is? Shout out to my girl Rose. I wonder if she's seen this yet. So we got a double inside 3-day on ES. Looking for that continuation. Another inside 5-day on the 5-day. They go another 3-1 on the 6-day, 10-day. Another 3-1 on the 10-day. And the weekly, another 3-1. So ES, of course, we're in a range, within the range on ES. So if you're paying attention, NQ is stronger than ES at the moment. NQ did have a stronger day than ES did, taking out those highs that ES did not. I'm still bullish on it. I'm anticipating that it just saved it for this coming week. We could potentially get a pop and drop, which will come up and immediately take out 64, 68 and then come back in the range. Or we could just immediately take out 64, 68 and continue going. We have to see how Monday will open. Okay. Spy. I spy with my little eye a 2-2 rev on the daily. So Spy did close just above its previous day. So I'm gonna give ES a chance to go ahead and make up, because everyone else did. So we did close just shy above the previous day high, which was 636.98, and we closed at 637.18. So we are looking to tap 639.85, which is our previous month and previous week high. Our time frame continuity is bullish. We have a nice hammer on the 2-day. 3-day, 2-2 rev, nice strong candle on the 3-day. 5-day, look at it. Another 3-1 on the 5-day. A 2-2 rev. This closed as a failed 2 down. We failed to stay down. That candle said, Look at this one, 10-day, same. And the weekly, boom. Another 3-1 on the weekly. So we are looking to turn some things around. I'm particularly thinking that we're gonna remain bullish. We do have data this week. I believe we have PPI and CPI. I will double check and look into that, and you can double check and look into that. Do your homework. I hope y'all doing your homework, and I hope you guys enjoyed another sector review. I know I went through these kind of quick, but the setups are there. Any feedback, you know, it's all welcome. It's all love. Like, comment, and subscribe to your girl, and let me know. Hopefully we all have a good trading week this week. Hopefully this is helping anybody that's actually looking at this. I hope this is helping you find your place in any stocks that you're trying to look at by looking at these sectors real quick. So that is it from me. I hope everyone had a great trading week. Yeah, I'll let you go. Peace.